well.
I always love that beginning, and I have to say why. It's just the circles. I just,
Well, yeah,
I love the
you cannot
circles.
give somebody like me time to play with doing something like that. Okay.
It was pretty good. I'm like, circles.
Lots of circles. There's a circle. There's a circle. I almost put a couple of arrows in for the fun of it, though.
Right, right. Ooh.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
anyway,
This has been a long day, and I ain't done nothing, and it's still a long day.
I did late night with Bigfoot Michigan Rob last night, and
Yeah.
boy, I tell you what, we are both not feeling well. We didn't talk long after. It was like I went straight to bed. I couldn't even keep my eyes open. And
Yeah.
then, I woke up about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then went right back to sleep and didn't wake up till almost noon today.
Ooh. Yeah. You can't be feeling good if you were that late getting up.
Y- Yeah, because the latest I ever get sleep after his show is like 8 o'clock, about 8 o'clock, and I'm up and
Yeah.
I'm ready almost noon. So I knew. So I
Yeah.
have my blanket. And
Oh.
I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty warm right now. But yeah, I'm not like Rob, like super sick or anything, but you
Yeah.
can tell I'm a little wore down. So yeah.
Well, I can't say that I did anything to. I take that back. We did. My daughters, the twins, they had their birthday on the 4th was their birthday, and the one that's here stateside, she wanted carbonara for her birthday dinner.
Right.
I made it today. First time ever trying it. I made it.
It's good.
I had to say I'm a pretty dadgum cook. Good cook. I was like, I ate 2 plates full of it. I'm like, that's pretty good stuff. I like spaghetti and stuff like that, but good Lord, this is a whole nother level now.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm a pasta person. I
Yeah,
have to
we are too.
have
Yeah.
my carbs.
Yes. Yes, we are too. And if it ain't spaghetti, it's some sort of goulash, it's some sort of elbows, mac and
Yes,
cheese. We're gonna have it.
absolutely,
So,
absolutely,
but I
absolutely.
think that
Uh,
just makes me go to sleep.
it, yeah, it does make you tired,
Yeah.
but not to switch gears, but we're going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to talk about the Crossing Realms Conference just for a,
Yes.
a brief
Yep.
minute, just for a brief minute.
Yep. And hang
This
on.
is going to be held September 19th and 20th at
Yep.
the Eagleton Civic Center in Richmond, Missouri.
Yeah.
We're going to have a meet and greet Friday, the conference Saturday, and a ghost hunt is going to be Saturday evening.
Yes.
Now, our ghost hunt is selling out fast. We only had a limited amount of tickets. The last I heard, we have 8. We have 8 left, maybe less than that now. I haven't checked it
Yeah.
today. So make sure you get your tickets. If you can't afford the whole thing, well, get those tickets, the haunted ghost hunt tickets first, and then you can go back and get the other ones later if you'd like.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
pinned
just
the,
saying.
Eventbrite link. Gary just put the Eventbrite link out there. I just pinned it to the, chat, so it's out there for you, and it's also in the description.
Right, right. Very, very affordable. Again, we're doing the ghost hunt again for the Ray County Museum there in Richmond. We're raising funds to help it keep it open and running and
Mhm.
in great shape, because we always know that these haunted locations, they have to keep up somehow.
Yeah, they
And
gotta make money some way, shape, or form.
yeah, they got to make money to keep everything on the up and up, to keep the doors open and all that kind of good stuff. So we appreciate all of you that support them. Also, we're just going to have a great time. It's an indoor
Yeah,
outdoor thing that we're planning
yeah.
on doing, for the conference, and it's just going to be a blast.
I
It's just
think
going
it
to be
will
a
be.
blast.
I think it will be amazing, actually, so
Yeah, we're going to try to get all the vendors that we can possibly get out there. So you have lots of shopping and stuff to do, things to look at. Of course, the Ray County Museum is just right next door.
Hmm.
and you can even walk around that if you'd like. There is a cemetery out there. There's all kinds of stuff out there, so it's going to be a great time. So remember, September 19th and 20th of 2025.
Okay. Well, now we already got a question on it. Poncho, they may have spent some money on it here. I won't put that one up, but he may have bought an extra ticket, it looks like. And also, will there be lodging for the ghost hunt?
The ghost hunt, no, we cannot sleep in the location because it is a working museum. So we cannot stay in that location. But there are hotels that are nearby. And contact me, Pancho, and I will get that information for you and let you know where to go.
And I am sitting here responding to Gary. Gary's going to make us some, looks like some wood knockers and some walking sticks to get out there for him. So that'll
Oh,
be more stuff,
awesome.
just
Awesome.
fun stuff there. So anyway,
Right.
so yeah, that pays our bills for a little while anyway. So Krista doesn't come down and beat our butts.
Right, right, right.
We did it,
Well, I
Krista. We
mean,
did it.
it'll be a great time to catch some evidence. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah. Oh
saying?
yeah. Sure will. It
You
very
know, and
will.
maybe after the ghost hunt, maybe, the people who attend a ghost hunt or even a tour of the place
Yeah.
can maybe send their evidence to us and we can do a whole show on air of what happened.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing. I mean, some sort of evidence reveal would be great coming out of that, because
All
I've
right.
still been going through stuff from the Mineola thing we talked about. I remember I brought a few of the pictures from the actual ghost walk down there at Mineola,
Right.
and
Right.
I'm still going through some of the stuff. Now there were a lot of little things that happened, a lot of personal experiences, but it's not translating to the video and audio like I would have hoped it would have. But there's there's a few things that happened in Mineola that were almost, I shouldn't say unexplained, but it caused the people that they're there to do a take like that, just to
Right.
step back and say, wait a second, that wasn't here before, or we didn't hear
Right.
that before. So anyway, so yeah, we'll worry about that when I
Right.
get to go through some orbits. Anyway,
Yeah, I
uh,
know. I know. I've got a ton of evidence that I wouldn't say skim through, but I went to the most important where I knew there was something that I
yeah,
needed to check.
yeah,
And whenever I'm doing audio or something like that, you will hear me say mark. That means when I'm listening through it, I need to pay attention to that area. So I do mark
exactly.
my audio.
Yep.
Just to make it easier, when you're skimming through or listening
Yeah.
for,
And
certain
that's when,
things, it's like it marks it for you.
yeah,
Like I
it's
said,
stuff that you
that's why
hear
I'd say mark.
physically at the spot, though. So,
Right.
yeah,
Right. So yeah, I mean there is that, but I mean that would be a cool show to do. I mean we've got. I mean maybe we should do a show before then of people's evidence and just go through it.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah. I mean, we could do that. I mean, I put out
exactly.
there before, people, a couple of people have sent a couple of things, that I've looked at, and we put it out on the community area. Now, obviously,
Mhm.
some of it we discounted and pretty much told to go bye bye, and others I think I've still got it out on the community part of the channel right
Right.
here.
Right. I mean, unfortunately, when we get something on audio, the most disheartening thing is for somebody to say, "Hey, it's that," and then you realize, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
it's
is.
not paranormal. And I mean, you gotta realize that, and
Yeah,
I mean, I've hurt my own feelings at times.
we
I think
hurt
I
our
caught
feelings
something.
last
I'm like,
week.
right, and I'm like, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
That was just terrible. Speaking of that, last night on Rob's show,
Okay.
I've got it in about 49 minutes, 46 seconds, somewhere in there. There was a
Okay.
loud knock on my desk last night
Oh
when I was
wow.
sitting there quietly while he was talking. And we need to go through that and find out if that you can hear the knock audibly through my
Okay.
mic because
I will.
because you noticed me on the video and I kind of turned my head and I'm like, I didn't
Well,
say nothing, but
he did
I'm just
not
like,
do individual audio this time again. He still did not do individual audio.
we're just gonna have to just get him. But you may be able to hear it, hopefully.
Yeah, and we'll take a
Hopefully.
look, and I'll see if I can find it. If nothing else, maybe I can split it out. Who knows? I'll have to look at it. But yeah, about 49 minutes. I'll take a look at it after we're done here.
Yeah, because it's like physically see me switch my head to the side going, well, that wasn't right. And I couldn't figure it out because it was on my desk
Yeah.
and it was a
But it's,
knock. And I was like, oh,
is something trying to
okay.
talk to me?
Right. Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't know, but it was a knock and I heard it right here on my
Yeah.
desk and it was off to my left-hand side. So, I'm just saying these strange things are happening. And we know that I got strange things going on.
Yep.
I'm asking
Yeah.
the spirits here that are hanging around in here. If you would kindly go behind me and block out that light, that would be awesome.
What light? Oh, the one back there.
Yeah. Go ahead and block that out. That'll be fine.
Now, if
That'll be
that thing
fine.
turns completely off, you're going to wish you hadn't have done that.
Right. Or like a noticeable shadow back here,
Yeah.
a noticeable shadow.
Yeah.
You can do that if you want to. That'll be fine with me. That's fine.
Well, yeah, as long as your video doesn't freeze.
Well, and that is a possibility. That is a possibility because, when you're out there in the field investigating, and a lot of times your technical side will falter and there is no reason behind it. The battery's
One
going
bit.
dead, a glitch in your audio, a glitch in the video. It could be a lot of things. But if it doesn't have a habit of doing that,
Yeah.
then, like this doesn't have a habit of having glitches. I'll freeze up, but I will not glitch.
Yeah.
But like if I'm investigating in the cold, now my audio and stuff and some of my equipment will falter because
Yeah.
it's just too cold and won't operate correctly. So I have to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
But I've never had it go off, like have a positive reaction and it falter. That doesn't
I can
happen. It
say the
just
same
turns
thing.
off. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to pay attention to your equipment, I guess, and realize, that what your equipment does.
And honestly, when you're sitting there looking at it and you've got let's say your audio, your voice recorder or whatever, just a voice recorder in general, you go in full bore, you're fully charged, you're ready to go, got everything. And you're 10 minutes into it, all of a sudden you get that flashing light. You're like, wait a second. There's no way 10 minutes of recording should have done this.
Right.
What's going on?
Right.
Now, I don't consider that a failure. I consider that, hey, something's trying to play around because you could go
right
out of the area and all of a sudden be back up again. I've had it happen before.
Right.
So.
Right. Gary in chat says, Brandi, are you going to keep me safe on the ghost hunt? LOL. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I kind of laugh. I said, if you're paying, I'll keep you safe. All others,
you're on your own.
You're on your own.
You might want to watch out for Senior, though. You may have to take a whole extra bunch of holy water to douse him with before you go in and after you come out.
Right. The best thing to do with Senior there is just to probably sit him in a corner with an audio recorder and let him go at it.
Yeah. Sit over there and talk to him. You'll be all right.
Exactly. You'll be fine.
Better yet, turn around, face the corner. Just turn around, face the corner too while you're at it. I'll even bring you a tinfoil hat. Don't worry about it.
Right. Right.
Okay. So we've BS for 15 minutes already. So anyway.
Right.
I'm get started on these things.
And then Mickey G says, keep Brandon safe. Absolutely. He's my buddy.
Yeah.
He's my buddy. He's going to be all right. So he's becoming like one of our little crew up there. So we're going to have to keep him safe always.
There you go. There you go.
But honestly, in this location, there is nothing that I would say is negative at all. Now, I let my daughter, who is 14, and she's been going in there for years, even when she was young, and I have no problem with her being in there.
Yeah.
So I think everything is fine. I mean, there's a lot of activity. You may see a lot of stuff, but there's not anything negative, I don't think.
No, it's something that's gonna more curious about you than you are about it, probably.
Right. exactly. And you know, there's a lot of people around, a lot of knowledgeable people. I don't think that there'll be any issues. Just stay away from Tex.
Yeah. Don't go around Tex. If you don't want to get anything, you can go around Tex because Texas is repellent. I think is the first person in history to scare ghosts away.
Him and Jason should just stay together.
Yeah.
I'll just have them sit in the basement and stay
That's the
there.
best thing to do. You two stay there till we come and get you.
You know, I have done that to him before, and it was at the Alabama Bigfoot Conference the year before at the Crest.
Yeah, at the
And
Crest, I remember.
right, and it had been a location that had never been investigated, and we sent Tex down, run the basement in a chair with audio.
Left him there.
And what did he get? Nothing.
Nothing. But he was the one that recognized the bit on the stairwell when he came back up. Was asking us, "Hey, did y'all do this?"
But that was something for me and you, I believe.
Yeah, I think it might have been because we came down, he was going up, and when he went up, he said, "Hey, did y'all do this?" No, we didn't touch nothing.
No, we didn't touch it. We didn't touch a thing. So as weird as it was sounding, Tex didn't get anything on audio. He just sat down there and got nothing. Missed nothing. Randy and I were having all kinds of fun. You know, even Greg Ogles was there with me one night. Yep. And he saw his first full body, not a full bodied apparition, I would say full bodied shadow person, should I say?
Oh,
not just a shadow person.
At the museum?
No, at the Crest.
Was he at the Crest? Was he there with us that night? Or was he there the night?
He was the next night. The next night.
Next night. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Right. And I went down there with him, and sure enough, he did see it flat out. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, there you go. There you go. He actually saw a shadow person. So I'm like, wow, that was pretty cool. So I get excited when people who have never ghost hunted before or had ever seen anything finally see something. I get more excited for them when I see than when I see something. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like what I was with Mineola, and I'm like, this was Aggie Joy out there. Yeah, she likes to remind me of this every time we talk about this stuff because she was there in Mineola with me. And they were all getting hits everywhere on the walk. Oh yeah, we're talking about K2s in the red. We're not talking about just a blip here, a blip there. We're talking about K2s in the red. And they'd sit there and it'd come through, it'd go back, it'd come through. The minute I walk up on it, nothing. Everything stopped. Everything.
Right.
Like, dang, did I scare them away? I thought I was a fun-loving kind of guy. What the heck?
I thought I had my K2 out over here because I was going to show people if they didn't know what we were talking about, but I don't have mine handy.
Yeah, mine's over in the other
it's just a little handheld thing, and it has lights. It'll go from green and then, yellow to orange to red. And the stronger the EMF signal, the farther it will go to the red.
Yeah.
So that's what he's meaning by that. I thought I had one in here, but I don't.
Tex has got 2 of my K2s and my night sight that I use for out in the field and stuff for the IR, but he's got those, and I got to go over there and get my stuff from him sooner or later, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah, I have to keep I keep my stuff usually in my bag, and I'm just ready to go pretty much anytime. Yeah, I have my batteries in there, my chargers are in there, everything's ready to go.
You know it every time. Mm-hmm. So now we're going to, wait, we're almost at 20 minutes. We BS for 20 minutes. You believe that?
Oh my gosh. Well, see, that's what happens when we start investigating and blah, 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 blah. That's what happens.
Real investigations and such. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get to some photos. Let's get to some pictures. Let's get some pictures. Yes.
This first one, like I said, these are going to go relatively quick because we got a bunch of red circles going on today.
Oh, wait a minute. I got my hat ready. Okay.
Oh yeah. And we don't forget, this is the misty type of red circles.
The mystifying red circle Sunday.
Yeah. So this picture was taken Christmas morning of 2015, taken by a lady in her home, and they just lost their grandmother that earlier that year. And so this was the first Christmas without the lady. It was her house, and it's always been quote unquote active according to her, even before the lady's passing. lots of pics taken, so forth of that morning, and only this one had what is in it. Anything interesting, just to add in case. She talks about what she sees, and I'm not going to tell that because I'm going to let you look at it.
What?
Hey, I'm just telling you what was written.
I'm squinting. I'm squinting.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in to the red circle. How's that? Because we don't care
Okay,
about the kids.
yeah, let's look into the red circle. Let's look at
Even
it.
though the kid did get a cool looking guitar right there. But anyway.
Really?
I see reflections.
That's me too. Like a light is
Yeah.
shining on something.
Yeah.
Can we go down to where the kids are to see
Yep.
if we see anything in there?
Yeah. You can see some right here. There is reflection off of some of the wrapping and boxing and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's
So
something in there. We might not be able to see it, but that's what it looks like to me. Definitely.
look at the shadow of the dog right there too. So yeah, that just because of the way it is, it's reflecting here. It's a more of a vibrant reflecting off of this enamel paint on the door frame and the door itself. So
Yeah, I'm gonna call this a reflection. I'm
yeah,
sorry. This is tinfoil, tinfoil, tinfoil.
yep, straight out. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
All right. Picture number 2.
Picture number 2. All right, this is 2 through 4 actually. Okay, this one right here, these guys put this out. I believe it was on Texas Paranormal, if I'm not mistaken. But these photos were taken December 3rd, 2010, at this person's 60th birthday party, and at the Old Moon River Bar in Spicewood, Texas. Okay, no one's smoking
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah, no one was smoking. About 20 yards beyond that window, on the left, is a tiny, basically abandoned cemetery from 100 years ago. Why would somebody put a
Okay.
pub or a bar right
What
next
year was
to
this?
this 2010?
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna bring up the first one real quick while I finish reading the other, so you can start looking at it. I'll zoom it in so you get a better look. And see, I didn't blur people's faces. I did white photos so that way you can't see their faces, so that way it doesn't freak you out or anything. Okay, so but as soon as the photos were taken, the guy, he said he noticed the quote unquote anomalies, that I had the photographer take them again, and they were normal. So these are the ones that had the actual, shall we say, anomalies in it. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead with the second one.
Okay. Second one. Now, as you can see, the whatever this is moving in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but so is the photographer.
Yeah, exactly. It's a different angle. We'll go back to the first one.
Yeah. So
Slightly different
that
angle.
slightly different. Yeah. So that
Yep.
doesn't count.
No. And like I
A
said,
slightly
this,
different angle. Yeah, a slightly different angle will make these things appear that they're moving when they're not.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see what here. There's still some other stuff here. I think we had an uninvited but welcome guest. He worked in that building several years later after it changed names and owners, and they could tell the original part of the building was very active. It had been it had been a one room schoolhouse 150 years before. Now, this is stuff I'm
Okay.
reading as I found it. So then things were constantly flying off the walls of the kitchen, supposedly. Okay, so
Okay.
there's that, and then the last one, and you see they all moved a little bit. This doesn't seem to have moved a whole lot to me. This piece right here, or this streak.
Okay. Okay. I figured it out. All right.
Yeah.
So if you see that there are lights coming down from the ceiling, you can see
Yes.
that streak that goes through. There's lights coming down from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. And those lights
Oh.
are interacting with the flash, because he said it was a photographer in 2010. So if he's using an actual film and flash, they are interacting, creating a light effect. Is what they're doing.
They possibly could.
Yeah. Now the guy said he did have him take them again later, and they weren't there. But that doesn't have the same humidity, doesn't have the same amount of people, doesn't have anything like that in there,
You got
other
to
than
have the exact
yeah,
same, setup, the exact
yeah.
same.
Now, obviously, they weren't spooked by it, and he just saw it after all the photos were done. As soon as they were taken, he noticed them and had the photographer take them again, and they were normal. So why didn't you send me or put the stuff out there that was normal, so we could have something to base it against?
Right.
My bet is that when he had the photographer do it, they were at another, once again, a slightly different angle, and it didn't have, or maybe it was even earlier in the day where he had some more light outside.
Right.
And not that particular night. He just said when he saw
Yeah.
it, he had him do it. So I
Yeah.
can't tell you. It doesn't give me enough information to go that far into conjecture. But yeah, and who's that?
And Roger Blair.
Yep.
Roger Blair has a good point. That kind of looks like they took a picture of a picture and it's a glare. You are absolutely correct. Because when they print pictures, when they print them, they can have a glossy finish or they could have a matte finish. Normally, your run of the mill, your little camera, you're just taking the film in to get developed and get your pictures back or whatever. They get glossy. You get glossy prints, and yes, I think you are pretty much what it is. Pretty much what it is. Well, good night, NAC, and happy birthday. Just thought I'd let you know that before we move on.
Yeah, I'm about to. I'm answering him too.
But that, I that's pretty clear to me that it can happen. I've done it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100 times. 100 times.
And even if the photo is not completely like flat, and it might have, like maybe a bend or something, that flash is going to look kind of funny on it.
Yeah. I mean, and the only thing I had the issue with, as far as calling it straight out, just glare in general. Well, the one thing that really led me more is because look how dark it is here. There's no glare here at all. Everything's up higher or directly
Well,
below a light.
if you look at the light and the way that it is coming across the picture from the ceiling, do you see that straight?
This one right here.
That the lights are not angled straight down. They're angled towards they're not straight down.
And probably on a ceiling fan, more likely. So you probably got them, fanned out.
That's possible. That is very possible. Mm-hmm.
So, but either way, I left mine on. So,
yeah, I'm gonna go with this because I'm not convinced, and I'm not even slightly confused.
No, because you can explain it away. You can explain it away quite easily.
You can. Yeah. Right, and especially if you don't have three pictures that are exactly the same back to back to back, you can't tell if it's moving. You can't tell anything from it. So I would just throw it out.
If he would have put those ones he had taken afterwards and gave me a time frame on that, or put that at the time frame that it was done, I might have something to go off of, but this doesn't give you enough to really go off of, other than just to say that's a glare.
Right.
So, okay. Next victim. Okay. This one I didn't put the red circle on. This was already came with a red circle. So,
even better.
I really wish that they hadn't, though. Honestly, I really wish that they hadn't, because this one is a little interesting to me. Now, here's what the owner said about it. The owner said, "Hello, everyone. I wanted to leave you with this interesting photo. I'm going to give you the context. The following photograph was taken in 2017 in a school in the city of Rosario, Argentina. This was a day of activities where we played various games and had snacks and classmates and teachers and such. So it's in a school. That afternoon, some classmates and I went to the church located at the back of the school, and we entered, climbing the staircase that connects with the storehouse of religious figures. and I guess their museum, I guess area or rectory, I'm guessing is what they're meaning. At that moment, colleague took this photograph. In it, you can see the little girl in a white dress, who I assure you was not there, nor did we see her at any time. When we got home, they sent the photo to the group, and our blood ran cold, quote unquote. Now that's what they said. I don't know why your blood run cold, but you're telling me straight out there's no kids. You just told me you were doing stuff with kids and activities and stuff like that, but there's no kids in this particular area with you and your colleagues. I don't need the red circle. First of all, you can see there's something there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm having a problem. I'm having a problem with the lady in the picture.
Yeah.
It's like almost like, first of all, why would you be taking a picture going down there like that if you're at a function? Down a hallway for, an investigation. Yeah, I could see why you would take a picture.
Yeah.
But
No
this
idea.
had nothing to do with that. She's kind of stopping and looking like she's reacting to it a little bit.
Well, I think this lady wasn't the one taking the picture. There's another one behind her, I think, that's actually taking the picture.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Are they waiting for
Why
him?
is the woman standing there
No idea.
for no reason?
Yeah.
If they're busy doing something, and to take a picture down a stairwell.
My only question on this one would be, were they doing some sort of a little mini investigation or something? Were they going to look at stuff that might have been haunted because they were coming from an area of quote unquote religious relics? Were they over there trying to do that when they shouldn't have been over there in the first place, type thing?
Well, it said her colleagues, so they would know that.
You would think so, yeah. So these three, obviously there's three people there. The one taking the picture, that lady, and then the guy coming up the stairs. He's not reacting at all, obviously. Now, is there, they don't give you enough information for the photo, obviously.
No.
But sight unseen, just looking at that, if I was to come across it, I would ask, why are you taking the photo in the first place? And obviously it's a flash. Look at this lady's hair. You got full-blown flash on. Now, when you took it, were you just trying to take a picture down that way with him coming up with the flashlight? Or did something cause you to turn around and take the picture? In that case, you should have told me that when you actually dropped the picture.
And the guy coming up the stairs, was there a little girl following him that was with him or whatever? So but is that a flashlight he's holding?
Yeah, he's on a flashlight. You can see look at the reflection of it right here. He was coming up with the flashlight. So this is all dark back here. The lady behind her took the picture. I don't know if she did that just to give him more light, maybe. I don't know. It's tough to say. I can't tell why they would have taken that picture in the first place.
If they would have said, hey, we were on a ghost hunt.
Yeah.
And my colleague was coming up the stairs with a flashlight, and look what we caught behind him. That would be more, I guess, that would validate what we're seeing. But not that they were having a children's type activity. I have no idea why a man would be coming up out of the basement with a flashlight. I mean, the whole story sounds weird.
Yeah, it's just weirdly done. It's weirdly written. It's weirdly done. And to say that your blood ran cold, that isn't enough right there to make my blood run cold in the first place. But they swear the girl was not there. And like I said, they're after
why they took it. It's the whole story. Why did they take the picture? Why?
But and here's the other reason I asked about this. Classmates and teachers that afternoon, some classmates and I went to the church located at the back of the school. We entered climbing a staircase. This is where they entered, I guess, and connects to the storehouse of religious figures. At that moment, a colleague took a photograph. Now, if you're in there with classmates, why are you telling me it's a colleague? See, that's where all the red flags go off. Right there, just in the write-up. Now, could it not have been the lady that actually took the picture that wrote it up? Somebody just threw it out there full of BS. Yes, they could do that real quick. But
something's happening. Something's happening. Either
yeah,
they were in a
something's not quite right.
space, they were in a space they shouldn't have been in,
Yeah.
or so they were covering it up with a story, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. What does everybody think in chat?
Yeah. Let me know what y'all think.
Yeah, because I mean, the story doesn't match the photo. I'm
No.
not, because the story is as important as the photo.
Exactly.
It puts everything into context. But I think something doesn't sound right.
Yeah, these don't look like classmates either. I mean, the way they were talking, unless they're in a secondary school, or high school type thing in Argentina. So, which would be, he don't look like he's a high schooler, first of all.
No.
He could, I guess, but I don't think she's a high schooler either. So I would lean to these being adults, first of all.
Yeah, I'm having
issues
the story
with the whole
doesn't match
setup.
the photo. Yeah. The story doesn't match the photo, so I'm having a hard time with it. I'm not going to call it tinfoil because I don't know the real story, but this is something's wrong here.
And cool. And if we throw the whole story out, and this is just take the picture as a picture as a picture, and if we go with what they said, there was no children, period.
But again,
Cool Hand's like the same way I am. You look at it, hey, there's a kid behind him. That's first rattle out of the box, even without the circle. Hey, there's a kid down there.
You have to tell us a little bit more. You have to tell us why you were taking the picture, because that wouldn't make any sense.
Yep.
Why are you taking a picture down the stairwell? And why does this man have a flashlight if you're in clearly that's something that should have lighting?
Yeah.
It should have lighting.
Once again,
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Freaky's got it right. There's a circle. Is it real?
Right.
The circle is real. Yes, the circle is real.
It looks odd, and I'm going to say that. It looks odd.
Yeah.
Very, very odd. But what they're saying is that they were going over to this other place and took this picture. Well, why would you take a picture down a stairwell? It's not like it would be something, unless you saw something behind the man coming up and decided to take a picture.
Yeah. If that's the case, then tell us that. Tell us that from the get-go. So, yeah. And like I said, being where these things are at most of the time, especially the red circle ones, they've probably passed through 9,000 different hands before they ever got to the spot that I found them. So,
right.
In fact, I'll show you one of those here in a few. I've actually got one that falls into that category. So, but if I was to look at just the picture alone,
there is a little girl there.
Yeah, but I can't say that it's got the same opaqueness as what he's got. That'd be a little girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'd be a kid.
But you're right, Randy. In this case, they should have not put a red circle so we could see more of what's back there. But I'm gonna be on the fence about that.
Me too. I mean, I can't say yes, I can't say no. There we go. Yay. Now we're gonna have some fun.
Okay.
What happened? I missed something. I looked back at the camera.
In my room, my light just flicked on and off.
Is your daughter in there again?
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We'll have to look and see if there is a light change off to this side. Perhaps maybe we may have caught just a slight light change.
Yeah, I'll look at it when we get done and stuff, when I get everything downloaded.
And the room that I'm in, the heater goes off the same system. I have two in the house, but this one runs this whole area, and the heat didn't come on. So sometimes you would expect that maybe if the heat clicks on, it might. No. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
38-minute mark, roughly. 38-minute mark. So.
Yeah, about there. Because that was weird.
And
Mickey said she saw it.
Yep, she sure did. And
okay.
This is gonna be a real one. This is gonna be real. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be real. I need Donnie out there.
Let's look at it.
All right. Cranes Hollow Road, Amsterdam, New York. Long time ago, quote unquote.
Oh my gosh.
Long time ago. That's what it says. Could this actually be a real dog man on camera?
I can't.
No.
I can't.
I'm sorry, guys. I actually drew that picture on, or drew that circle on there. So
He's
I
probably
had to,
laughing. That's why it's so squiggly. He was laughing while he was drawing it. He's like,
you would not believe. Now I'm gonna bring this up now just for the fun of it. Oh, freaky! I did it just because. That's all it was. Just because. But
just because it's Red Circle Sunday, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
This has hit every board on Facebook. This has hit everywhere. Any kind of paranormal, cryptid, whatever that's on the entire platform of Facebook has this particular picture on it right now. And kind of like the funny walking thing in El Paso, on the outside the airport. That one, like really.
Yeah, that's right. Nemo in chat says Dogman needs to file for disability.
Yeah,
You are absolutely correct. Okay, sorry.
All right. Well, I don't even have to really look at it honestly, because you can see this is another little couple of trees really that have come together. Just for purity, almost like a bush. Let's say it like that.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So,
okay.
All right. Hey, fun number one now.
and John from chat said amazing, doesn't cast a shadow.
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
Sorry guys. Some of these I have to let. Oof, okay.
All right, now we run into pareidolia.
Well, that looks odd. That looks odd. I mean, when you first take a look at it.
Yeah.
Is there any backstory on this one?
There's a little bit. There isn't a whole lot. It says, which one was it? 7, yeah. The owner said this photo was taken of my ex-sister-in-law's at my ex-sister-in-law's house. There were a lot of paranormal activity there. She would also have strange dreams about an old woman. That's all I have. And yes, I drew the red circle.
All right, let's bring it up. Let's look at Granny in there. Let's look at Granny.
That's a scary granny.
But I mean, to talk well about the photo, I mean, manifestations come across in many different ways. Sometimes they can come in full color, sometimes not. Sometimes they're a little hazy.
Yeah.
Oh. At first look, I don't know.
It's tough to say. Now
It's strange.
I'm of the full field, because you look at the whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
You got a light back here behind this lady's head.
Absolutely.
And it's coming across here.
And it's coming across her shoulder. Yes.
And it's reflecting off of something else back here. So I cannot tell though what this is. Could it be Granny manifesting a little bit more right there at that point, maybe, versus where her face is?
Possibly.
I can't
I mean, who are we to say that they have to manifest exactly the same way all the way around? Now, I've seen them manifest completely and then they dissipate.
Yep.
And when I say dissipate, that's slowly, and little parts of them start to disappear.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about this picture. I am not too sure about that one.
Yeah. Okay. And I could see that. Don't get me wrong. This is one of the reasons I grabbed it, because I looked at it as like, you could argue both sides of it real easy. You could say pareidolia.
Right.
It's kind of touchy because of the light there. That's the only reason I would jump on that one. But this part right here is the one that gives me pause. Because there's nothing that makes sense to be back here at that height going toward that bridge.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That there nothing there looks like it should. Now I'm saying it should make that type of
No.
But everything in the picture, well, as we can see, this has probably been passed around, and
Yeah.
duplicated, many times. So there is going to be it's going to be a little bit grainy. But if you look at the woman in front and then look at the woman behind her, there is a definite difference. And there shouldn't be that, because if you look at the woman in the cabinets or the refrigerator behind her, whatever that thing is, they look exactly right, like it should be. But that figure standing in between them looks way different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
And this one right here, JD Smooth, that right there, I think he's talking about this line right here. I think that's part of her hair. I think that's a strand of her hair coming down.
That's a strand of her hair. So it is literally blocking that out.
So,
yeah,
that was it's touchy. It's one of those that's touchy. I mean, and it's one of those, like I said, I put the red circle on there because I just wanted to put it on there. But as I looked at it on the original board it was on, as you look at these, I mean, this is film. This isn't digital. This looks like film to me, but I don't know for sure if it is or isn't, because it doesn't have the right pixelation to be a quote unquote digital photo.
All right. Well, JD Smooth says, right, but the hair wouldn't be that straight. It really isn't. If you follow the hair, it does have a curvature at the end, because her hair does not look curly.
Yeah. It looks like it's kind of haphazardly put up is what it is.
Yeah, because if you look at it, it goes down, but then it has like kind of a curvature at the bottom.
Right here at the end.
Yeah.
Here, you see it come down and it just curve out right here.
Curve out, yes. Now, see, my daughter has straight hair, but I do not. Mine's super curly. So, and her hair will do that. Her hair will be straight. I mean, she'll put it up in a messy bun and have little wisps coming out, and it will be straight as a bone, I guarantee you. But it's falling in front of the figure, and it is blocking it out. So that shows to me whatever's there is there. Whatever's there is there.
Yeah, I'm trying to look. It didn't give me an actual date or anything. Now, Greg calls a good thing right there. I said about not really being. It looks like it should be film versus digital, because the reason I say that, Greg, when I zoom in like this, I should be seeing real pixels right here. I should be seeing blocks, and I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing actual smudging of the line around the shoulder and such. I'm not really seeing, actual pixelation like I should. I mean, I can get up to here and see it, don't get me wrong, but you're going to see that on any digital when you do that. Unless this was a super, super high def camera, which I honestly doubt. And, he
it
made
may
a good
have
statement.
been like an older cell phone,
or somebody taking
who knows?
Polaroids,
Like if she's taking a selfie, just say if she's taking a selfie, well, they cut the picture down because you can see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because there would be no reason to take that picture like that. So it's probably a selfie and cut and cropped to this.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like. I mean, but yeah, and I can't tell. Like I said, I've seen some older ones. The older, how can I put them? They weren't really cell phones; they were digital cameras but they were handhelds, and they were such low resolution. You could take pictures, and that's kind of what it gives me. This area up here, how it's all kind of, I shouldn't say blurred, but dark. You can just tell it's not a good quality, and that's That's kind of where I'm at. But that's just an observance by me saying something ain't quite right as far as the digital side of it. But
Right.
either way,
Well, Greg Ogles again has said something really, this helps a lot. It said it's
yeah,
been zoomed before it was cropped.
yes, it was.
So
No doubt.
absolutely. Uh, yeah. So I mean, I'm not going to discount it.
No,
I'm like, wow, that's really
and I'm on
vivid.
the fence. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on the fence.
that's
Just
really
like I said.
vivid for me to say it's nothing. It's
Yeah.
super vivid down to the shoulder, down to the neck, the hair.
Hmm.
Some facial features are there. Uh, uh, I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
Greg, it doesn't have any properties attached to the file other than what I just got downloaded. And quite frankly, this is the size of it right now, and it is. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can actually get you. If I did a resize on it, what's it telling me? It's 728 by 1264 on pixels, and there is no way this photo originally was taken, obviously, at 728
Mhm.
by 10 or 1264. It wasn't. It's been blown up.
Yeah, Greg says he's on the electric fence, and
Yeah,
yeah, I'm right there.
yeah,
Nobody move because we don't know.
yeah.
But
She
it
does
is it
scare the
is
crap out of
compelling.
me.
It is
That face scares the
compelling.
crap out of me.
Yeah, I mean it is compelling.
Yes, it is. So, all
So
right, we're
mhm,
on the electric fence or electric chair or electric
we're on the
something.
electric fence or in the electric chair. Right. I'm not gonna put my tinfoil hat on because I don't I I don't know. I can't
Yeah, no,
see anything that would say that it is fake, and I can't tell you anything that says that it's real either. So
yeah,
I'm on the fence,
exactly.
everybody.
Yep. All right, so this one was another
Well,
one that was kind of iffy to me. I shouldn't say iffy. It caught my attention, and it's already got a red arrow, so I didn't mess with it at all. But I'm going to go ahead and bring this up, and y'all can start looking at it. And here's the write up for it. This one, the owner said that they drove past a bad wreck a few days ago, and they're wondering what that thing is, and into the right side. And this picture was posted by the news channel that covered the wreck.
really?
Yes. Not with the red arrow, obviously, but
So they're pointing to this person standing on the road there.
who we think is the person, yeah.
Well,
But
let's look at it. Let's look at
as
it.
you can see,
Oh, oh, does
I don't
that
know
not
if
look
that's
like
the
a
person
hat
or not.
man? Does that look
Yeah,
like a hat man?
yes, it does. Now,
Oh, that looks
these
like a
guys,
hat man, y'all.
there is no way in hell, excuse my language, and this is my channel, I can say it, but there's no way in hell these guys right here
Would
are
miss
letting
it.
this guy stand there.
Oh my gosh.
No, Freaky, I don't know if it's a Mormon or not.
Do we even know what state it was in? I mean,
No, I do not
if
know.
we're
And now,
talking Utah, well, we could be.
well,
No.
I see there's a Centerville sign up here, and I can't make anything else out up there. I can't see the actual exit
Yeah.
number. So if I could see an exit number, I might be able to tell something. But this one is I'm trying to
Zoom
see if I
back
can
into that. Zoom back into it. I want to know. I want to.
I cannot tell, and it looks like it could have been superimposed on it. But
Yeah, but they'd have done a dang good job. And why would the
exactly.
news post that photo? Why would the news post that photo?
Yeah.
If they thought that it was faked.
And the
Uh,
news didn't post it for that guy though. They didn't even think nothing about it. These people found it after the news had posted it about the wreck. So the news
it
guys
looks
might
like
have
a
looked
hat
at it and said,
man.
yeah,
It looks like
it
a
looked
hat man. I'm sorry, but it does.
that trifold right there.
Yeah, I mean because you're looking at a total like a gray black type of figure standing there with, with a long coat and the hat.
And there's a fireman right there. Now, this just being me. Somebody's just been around wrecks before with firemen. You're not going to be just standing there unless you were involved in the wreck.
Exactly, Greg. Where's the shadow?
Exactly.
There is no shadow. Okay, let's look. Because you can even see that the firemen are putting off shadows.
Not very much of one, though. Yeah, just enough. Just enough. You can see down here. That it's right at the base of their foot. But
do me a favor. Yeah. There's another person standing on the side of the road down a little bit farther. Or whatever that is there.
That's a tripod, and then you got this guy over here.
Okay, let's look closer at the tripod.
Tripod.
I'm not seeing the shadow on that either.
No. Which makes me think it may have been overcast that day, maybe.
Maybe.
Because I can't tell. I'm trying to see if I can see. You can see the shadow under the car, obviously, and it's straight down.
Yeah, but this is the problem. The trucks are even putting off a minor shadow in that particular area. And the mass of the being entity standing there should put off a shadow.
In this area right here.
Right.
Because look at this truck, the wrecker right here. This truck is putting off a shadow right there. So he should have something at his height right there. I should see something right here. And we don't see it.
And that was a bad wreck too.
Yeah, that was a very bad wreck, it looks like. But it's obviously been shut down for a while because there's one of the vehicles and one of them has already been hooked up to this
right.
No, that's a policeman, but I think that's a policeman behind the actual wrecker right there, I think.
Yeah, there's more to this picture, I'm sure. There's more to it.
Yeah. Like, I'm afraid to ask what that might be. I really am.
Right.
And I don't want to know. What immediately hit my mind.
Yeah, Cool Hand says, high noon, there wouldn't be a large shadow. Absolutely, there wouldn't be a large shadow, but everything else around it is putting off a shadow except for that.
Yeah. It's definitely, I'm with Greg, though. I'm with Greg. It's not misidentified in any way, shape, or form. It is either faked or it's a apparition. One of the two.
Yeah.
We should see something shadow-wise at the feet of it, some way, shape, or form. And we just don't see that at all.
Right. Could it be the Grim Reaper? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Could it be the Angel of Death? Could it be?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that one was, I figured you'd like that one because that one, I had to study that one for a while the other day when I found it. I was like, there's got to be something I'm missing or something, but there just isn't that I can see. And judging from where this
I would definitely have to really look at this under a microscope.
Yeah. And quite frankly, I'm just not going to do that because I'm just going to sit there and let y'all stew on it and figure out if you like
that one's a little crazy. I'm going to go with that. That one is crazy.
Yeah. I'm with you. That's a hat man. That's a hat man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, we're already at an hour. I'm gonna have to fast forward through a few of these. I got plenty to go for the next Red Circle Sunday. Then,
hey, so. we can always continue this. But Aggie Joy says, if it's not the Angel of Death from Touched by an Angel, which is Andrew, then I don't want him.
Yes,
I think if you're going to go, can you at least choose who takes you, please?
Exactly.
Just saying.
Well,
just saying.
And I hate to say it because we used to watch that show all the time, obviously. And
yeah, right.
That man that played him is dead. So I don't even like to even bring that up. So.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real or if it's not real, but it is, again, that is very compelling that it's standing there at the site of an accident. I have heard a lot of EMTs and firefighters and other things talk about stories of the same caliber of what we're looking at.
Yeah, exactly.
So do I dismiss it? No, I do not.
Not one bit. Not one bit. And if I can find...
It's like they're just standing there waiting to take you wherever you got to go. You know what I mean? It's like they're just...
If I
There they
can
are.
find the actual site of that, with what I've got, I haven't got a whole lot to go off of with that picture, obviously. But if I can
You
figure
gotta
out where
dig.
that's at, I could do a lookup and maybe I can get a better picture because I think that probably came from a traffic cam of some sort, DOT
Or
cameras
maybe
or
even a
whatever.
helicopter at this
Yeah,
point. We don't know.
yeah, anything.
Life
Maybe I
flight,
can find
whatever.
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but I'll look into it and see what I can find. And I'll report back. Cross fingers.
right. Yeah, because that was a little that's a little scary.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
saying. That
Yeah.
one's a little scary.
Well, this one is the one I was saving for last, and since it's at the hour, I figured I better push it up and get it where it
All
needs to
right.
go. Because this one, I didn't even put red circles on this one because this one's one that got to me kind of like what that one just did to you. Because
Right.
this was caught. This person on their bedroom security camera caught these pictures 8 months apart. She also mentions that she feels completely safe in her home, and she does not think it's bad. Neither does the dog because the dog never reacts to it.
Uh, that concerns me a little bit when animals don't react.
Yeah,
Um,
it kind of makes you think.
mine don't because they're clueless. Um,
They're like mine, brain dead, right?
they're right, they're clueless. My cat would, and it didn't matter. It wouldn't matter what it was. All right, let's look at the bottom one first. Let's see what we're looking for.
You want to look at that one? I think the top one is the first one that was taken. Like I said, 8 months apart now, mind you, on these.
Yeah, I want to look at the bottom one first.
Bottom one first.
Oh, okay. It almost looks like something's blurred.
Yeah, I thought so too. And being a camera that is motion sensitive or whatever the case might be, with that
Mhm.
security cam. Now she's obviously had needs a reason to put a security cam in her bedroom for whatever reason.
Right.
So, or him. It didn't say it was him or her, but I'm assuming it was a
All
her.
right, let's
Judging
look
from what
at
I'm
the
seeing here.
let's look at the top.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's obviously a different angle. So obviously it's been moved in that 8 months. And I just did a quick look at these. I didn't try and zoom in or anything. I just did quick looks at these because I wanted to throw this in last. So I'm looking at it about the same way y'all are at the same time. So
Yeah, I'm.
it's mystifying, isn't it?
It's mystifying. I'm not 100% on this. I mean, again, we're looking at two different photos. The room is not staged the exact same.
Nope.
The picture was not taken in the same exact direction.
Nope, a little bit off. And zoomed in, or either zoomed in or closer to it, one of the two. Now, Greg wants to zoom in on the bottom. I'm assuming he means the bottom picture again.
John asked, or John said he'd have to know why there would be a camera in the bedroom. Well, I would, if you would be seeing apparitions and things were happening in your room, I may do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, especially if I was getting ripped out of bed, I would definitely have to have that on video.
Okay. Bottom of the top one. I'm assuming he's looking at this right.
But this
here.
is 8 months.
Yeah, 8 months difference.
And you've only got two
Mm-hmm.
pictures in 8 months.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have cameras on me that long.
I got no idea. I don't know why. Like I said, I don't want nobody looking at me while I'm sleeping. They might hear me snoring. It ain't happening.
Freaky said, so this was seen by the naked eye before the camera was placed? I don't know.
She never said that. She never said that. She just said that this is what she caught. He or she, and I say she only because, like I said, if you look at the bottom with the knickknacks and the picture and stuff, I'm assuming this is a she. Because quite frankly, I can't even tell for sure that there's somebody in that bed.
Right. Well, you know, because if I sleep in a haunted location, I will put up audio and video. I definitely would.
Okay, so Greg's saying
Not
look at
necessarily
the
on me
shadow
sleeping,
cast.
but it might be like you could see me sleeping in the bed and it's pointed out towards the hallway or, you
Yeah.
know, something like that to see if something walks by or uh
Okay, so Greg's like, look at the shadow cast by the blanket. I'm assuming, are you talking about over in this area? 'Cause that's just a comforter probably being pushed off a little bit, and it's creating a shadow effect from the IR, is what I'm guessing. Same thing over here. So that when the IR went off, it
near the
just
flash reflection. So the flash reflection is on the headboard
right here.
right
Yeah.
in there.
So it's just the shadows of the comforter or
The
of the
IR
blanket or
flash,
whatever.
right.
Yeah.
But you can clearly see why would I don't know.
But there's nothing behind, no shadow behind this though.
No.
And in fact, this makes a shadow onto this little part on the left.
Okay, back out a little bit. Let's
How far out?
that's good right there.
Okay. I think this was done at a different time of day too.
It may
Because
have.
I bet money that there's light coming in from over here.
Yeah. There I think there's something causing it. I just can't pinpoint
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. I don't know that it's an entity per se, but
Because
I mean,
if
this is
you if you look, if you back out
okay.
and you look at where the top of the head is, it's
Hmm.
almost like in the same spot in both pictures, even on
Exactly.
the angle. The angle's different, but
But it's still in the
you
same
know,
spot.
but it's right around in the same spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, if this one was taken at a different time of night, obviously we're not seeing the same amount. I wish it had been further back out like this because I mean, to me, this looks like two different cameras, quite frankly, if you ask me.
It does me too. It does me too.
Because the angle of view is completely different on both of them. Even if you'd have backed out the top one, I don't think you would have caught everything that you caught in the lower one.
Oh gosh, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
The
even know
walls are
what
different
I'm
colors
looking at.
too, because
You know, it's
yeah,
like I don't even know what I'm looking at. That's that's my problem.
uh, yeah, I'm kind of with Greg. It looks like it's kind of been, especially this lower one, blurred and feathered. Is really what it looks
Mhm,
like.
mhm.
Now the top one, maybe not so much, but like I said, with that shadow from that blanket onto the actual quote unquote
Okay,
mist entity or whatever.
do
Because
me a
here's
favor
yeah,
and look at the bottom picture towards the
mhm,
bottom of this thing
this thing
down there.
down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know
What
what this is? I can tell you exactly what it is. I
do
just
you see
figured it
what it
out.
is?
Yeah, they're flinging up the daggum the blanket. They're throwing it off of themselves. Look at the blanket
I
go up right
no,
here.
but I'm like, look at the bottom of that near the pillow.
Yeah, down here.
Look at what is that?
I think it's just a shadow of some sort. I don't know for sure what it is for sure, but judging from what I'm seeing right there, maybe he's got a. No, I would have said dog, but that if they got a dog that little, they need some help. Okay, they need to get a real dog because that ain't
Well,
gonna help
maybe
them none.
it's a bigger dog. Maybe it's just the foot of it. Maybe
Could be, could
maybe
be.
it was shake. Maybe it's like you know how dogs shake, and the camera took the picture.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is somebody. This one was snapped when somebody's flinging uh
Something was happening.
yeah. It looks like they were flinging up hey, I'm throwing the covers off type thing. I think
Because
that's
it's
what happened with
definitely
this.
showing movement. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
showing movement.
yeah. And that could have
You
easily
know,
I would have said that about this one, but it does the comforter and the blankets aren't moving with it. Is the only
We
thing
have
I can see.
nothing. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So I don't know what that is, but this one we can definitely cross off. That's created by the movement of the person in the bed. I think it's created by them.
Yeah, I think that it's tinfoil. It looks like there's movement on the bed, and it could be created like the dog was under the blanket, started shaking
Yeah.
and flipping it off itself or whatever, because
Yeah.
she had said there
Exactly.
was a dog. Her dog
Yep.
wasn't reacting to it. I think
Mm-mm.
it because the bottom one might have been her dog.
I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out what that part is right there.
We don't
I think
know. We don't know.
it's just
It
a
might be a
glitch.
light spot in the paint.
That's what I'm thinking, but it goes onto the board. But I think it's a glitch in the actual capture itself. When the IR went off, I think that might have just caused a little bit of I shouldn't say
Yeah.
lens flare, but a glitch in the actual capture.
Yeah.
Either way.
So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but because they're two different pictures, two different
Yeah.
times. The bottom one, I can honestly say I don't think so. I can't tell you exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that it does not look paranormal. The top one, on the other hand, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know about that one.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
I'm
don't know.
still
I'm just
going with this.
confused on this.
I'm still going with this
I'm
one
just-
because I think, like I said, I think the bottom one's easily done. Now it's like on that one, I'm this, and then I'm on the fence on this one on the top
right. That's what, yeah, that's me. I don't know. I don't
because
know.
I can't tell. I mean, I can't see the blur that of anything being blown in. But I'm still trying to look over this side, but I can't tell. I mean, because it's obviously in a darker room than what the first one is or what the bottom one is. So it's two different cameras.
Yeah.
Straight out, it's two different cameras. It's got to be.
Or it's two different times a day. We've got one that, it could be a dark room, and one
Yep.
was taken during the day in a dark room, and the one was taken actually at night.
At night. Yeah.
Yeah,
Could
because
be.
if you look at the door in the bottom of the picture, it looks like some kind of light or something shining
Yeah.
through there.
Yeah.
So it looks like some
Early
other light
morning or
was
something.
on. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe there's a hallway light. We don't know.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm just gonna say I don't know. I'm thinking no.
Yeah. Definitely on the bottom, but yeah, I'm thinking I'm with you. I don't know on the top.
Right.
So.
Right.
Well, I mean, and Greg's right. He's not sure they're infrared, but judging from what I see right here, this one's definitely IR. The one on the top. There's no doubt that one's IR. But the
Yeah,
one
by
on the
the
bottom,
coloration, that's what mine
yeah,
looked like. But I mean,
the one on the bottom, it could be just a straight out black and white from as it was transitioning to color versus IR as well. I can't tell you that. Just there's too many variables to be for sure.
right.
So, but
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna say I don't know.
we
I
don't
don't
know.
know. We're gonna leave it to you, everybody out there watching and listening and in the chat. It's gonna be up to you because I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we tend to do that a lot around here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Right,
I still don't know. I still don't know.
right. I don't
They know.
know. Judy
I don't know.
Smooth in chat says I'm not sure. I'm not either.
Well,
I
I
don't
will
know.
leave you though. When we get ready to do this, I'm still going to leave you with that one. Just remember, he's always watching.
Yeah, that. Why?
He's always watching.
He's always watching. Be careful, everybody.
Yep. Be careful as you're driving and all that fun jazz. And
Exactly.
I'm going to call it we went 15 minutes over. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all
And I
right.
still
Just
didn't hit a lot of them.
right. Well, it's okay. Tex is not. I don't see a show for him tonight. I don't know what's going on.
He'll probably show up later and say, hey, I'm doing a show at 10 o'clock now. Y'all want to jump on? No, I
Yeah.
don't.
So make sure you turn on your notification bell for every show on the lineup, because some of us we never know when we're going to be on.
I do. I don't know about everybody else, but I do.
I do too. I do too. But I mean, that'll give everybody just something to think about. Just think about those pictures and what do you really think they are?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it's a truthful picture, or do you think we should just keep wearing our tinfoil hats? We're going to leave that to you, everybody. And we're going to see you next week because evidently we're going to have another weird and wacky Sunday with our red circles. And we'll see you then.
Maybe not.
Good night, everybody.
If I can get things to work, dang things jumping all over the place on me here. Gummit.
Good night, everybody.
Night.